Chaos, credit, and anger. What's up, everybody? Welcome aboard to Bubba's Bottom Line for Sunday, August the 9th. August. I like it would be August, April the 19th. What's up, everybody? So here we have the words of chaos, credit, and anger. And of course, the chaos is what's going on in the Straits of Hormuz. On Friday morning, they were open, and by Friday night, they were closed. So here we go again. It'll be interesting to see how oil opens up tonight, at what price after getting shellacked. And it'll also be interesting to see with the markets. If you remember, last Sunday night, the markets opened up significantly lower, and by Monday afternoon, they were higher, and of course, they were higher all week. So we've had a very large rally over the last uh, over the last 5 days. We actually had a big rally over the last 10 trading days. So it's been a monster move higher. We've made new highs in the NASDAQ and in the S&P. We'll see. Again, markets overbought. It is my opinion that this is what they call a retail rally. We'll get more on that in our market report, but that just means that the retailers are being allowed to buy while the big shooters and the big funds are on the sidelines waiting to pound everybody. But we'll see. In the meantime, good news for Bitcoin, I think. And of course, there's been a lot of good news for the crypto world, even though we've seen some selling. It has made new recent highs, I mean, not all-time highs, but new couple of months over the last couple of months, new highs now for that period. But Schwab is now going to launch spot Bitcoin trading. So again, it's just another thing for those of you who don't believe in the cryptocurrency. It's just another thing telling you that either it's a great commission product for Schwab, okay, or for the brokers, or it's real. And again, obviously, I don't think the SEC allows it if it's not something that they consider a real asset class now. So that's pretty bullish news. I would think. Record share of home sellers cut prices, listing prices. Well, we said there's warning signs out there, and we'll get to about more of that in our commentary, but there's warning signs out there. You can ignore them all you want, but at some point, you're going to have to pay the piper. This is just the way life goes. Uh, Senate votes to repeal Biden-era mining ban in Minnesota, sending bill to Trump. Well, I mean, again, there's a lot of metals in Minneapolis and Minnesota, and we need to go get them. I mean, again, I think we make far too much out of the things that are environmental when if you want to fix the environment, you can do that very simply by using nuclear energy. But this is the battle. And of course, unfortunately, just like the war in Iran and just like all the other bullshit that we go through here, okay, you have the issues of that there's not enough money that our politicians and people can steal without these things for solar, wind power, and of course the war. So everybody who can profits from these things, and it's something that is not it's not very good for you and me, the taxpayer. Okay, let's just put it that way. Uh, Oil got creamed on Friday, as we said, but of course that's going to be changed, I believe, tonight. Trump threatens to fire Powell if he doesn't resign when his chair ends. Well, now the option, although Powell's term ends, he has the ability on his option to stay to 2028. I don't know what Powell's going to do. I don't know what Trump's going to do. But again, obviously, this is a mess. And things like this are never good. I don't like Powell. I don't know that I would like anybody better coming in. But again, this is why we don't need a Federal Reserve. If you watch what's going on over the last, 40 years. Actually, 1980 is when the original bubble builder, Alan Greenspan came into play. Their policies are horrible. Okay. Their policies are not free market capitalism policies. Okay. Free market is in capitalism are if your business isn't good enough, you go out of business, somebody else comes in and replaces you. Okay. It is not for the Federal Reserve to try to dictate what the stock market does. That should have nothing to do with them. So we continue to go into these ridiculous problems, but of course, it's all for the benefit of the banks. That's the bigger issue, is to benefit the banks, not to benefit you and me. Median monthly condo fees have risen. We're up to $420 a month. That's HOA and homeowners association, up 29% since 2019. That's the problem with having an HOA and they have no control. It's kind of like the time sharing things. Uh, TV shopping empire, QVC and HSN file bankruptcy. Well, I guess I thought that you kept telling me how good the economy was. You kept telling me we're in great shape, and I keep saying no, and the stock market keeps going higher, and I go, okay, well, there's nothing I can do about that. But at the end of the day, you can see it. House sales have slowed. QVC going bankrupt. A big steak chain, steak and seafood chain, restaurant group going bankrupt. Okay. Private credit caused the next financial crisis. Blackrock not giving redemptions. So where is the good? Okay. So quit telling me how good things are and fix the problems that we have created. Now, again, these problems have been building for years and years and years. It doesn't matter whether you're a Democrat or a Republican. Okay. But everybody tries to pass off that things are in great shape, and that is not factual. Okay. For most people, this economy sucks. For most people, they are struggling. We are seeing a destruction of the jobs market that will never come back. Okay. Uh, but the chaos of what's of Hormuz, making ships make U-turns now. So there's another problem that we're going to have to deal with. And of course, I think one of the bigger stories is the anger and fury over the your electric bill mounting because of the demand for electricity. And where is all that demand coming? Well, it's coming from AI. So not only is AI destroying many jobs, okay, but AI is a electrical burner. Okay. If you recall, when people first started mining Bitcoin, the complaint was is that it took too much energy and too much power. Okay. And your electric bills went crazy. Well, and you had to pay for that. But now, because of AI and they're putting up all these new centers for AI, their production of it, AI burns probably 100 times more than power than it took to mine Bitcoin. So prices are going higher, not because of your usage, but because of the company's usage. So once again, the companies that are AI are benefiting because of the taxpayer. Why should the electric costs be passed on to me? Why should it be passed on to you? Doesn't make a lot of sense. So we have a lot of warning signs, shitty jobs, lousy housing, people aren't working. And I can keep naming down things, redemptions, blah, blah, blah. In the meantime, markets went higher, pushed to new highs. We'll see what happens. Okay. And we will talk about that more in our market report and in our commentary when we come back after the break. Bubba's Bottom Line, Sunday, April the 18th, not August. We'll be right back. What's up, kids? Well, again, remember we have sponsors for the show, and of course, our brand new product behind me, the Daily Trade Finder, working awesome, making a little bit of money every week, just about, and hopefully you'll check it out. It's no overnight risk, just trade for about a 6 hour, 5 to 6 hour trade. But anyways, I remember our sponsors are brokerage partners. I do have other brokers, and of course, one being Trade Your Brokerage. Listen, it saves me $100,000 a year. It's $10 a month flat for all the trading I want to do, and I do a lot of trading. Get great customer service, and of course, our Capital Trading Group, who's our futures and commodities partner, and we have a lot of products with us, including our brand new Emergent Edge, which is totally automated through letter direction. Awesome program, makes 2 trades a day, and of course, the Joy of Mom, which is a great outlet for moms for questions, for relationships, for all kinds of things. check it out. And of course, our high school program, which we want to educate our children, which unfortunately our teachers don't. In the meantime, let's get back to Bubba's Bottom Line with our market report. Welcome back. It is Bubba's Bottom Line. It is Sunday, April the 18th, and excuse me, April 19th. And listen, markets are soaring. The markets are having a time of their life. Okay, making new highs. Everything's making new highs. Well, not everything, but the S&P and the Nasdaq. Look, I can't tell the market it can't make new highs. We always say that the tape is never wrong. Again, I give you all the reasons why the market should go down, and these are the reasons that the market eventually will go down. But we don't make predictions now. We don't worry about those things now. We talk about how the markets function, and right now the markets want to go higher. Okay, and we're a little short, and obviously not very comfortable considering the markets have gone up just about 12% in the last couple of weeks. I mean, basically, you've had 11 straight up days. Well, one kind of wishy-washy day in between there. But why would you want to fight it? Okay. I mean, we're carrying a couple positions that happen to be short the market, but at the end of the day, that is what it is. But from a standpoint of saying, well, it can't go up, well, it is going up. I mean, volume has been very light. Okay. Things have been very problematic, but the market is what it is. The tape is the tape, and that's what it is. And your market is never wrong. In the meantime, we've got new highs in the S&P. We've got new highs in the Nasdaq. We've got not quite new highs in the Dow and new highs in the Russell. So, okay, you can tell the market is wrong. You want to get a return, get your money back. That's why we tell you. You play the tape, you play the action. In the meantime, in the rest of the markets, the dollar is still in that vacillating 96 to a buck. We have no position. The euro currency, a little pop on Friday, but we're still short. The bonds and notes, a little higher last week. Interest rates came down a little bit, but not that much. I mean, again, we're very confident that interest rates are going up and these futures are coming down and we are short. Bitcoin, nice little rally, broke out to another breakout. So that's two out of the last 3 weeks, 2 weeks we've broken out to a new level, and it looks like we're breaking out again. Looks like we're going to make a run up towards 90,000 next. We have no position yet, but uh, gold, silver, and platinum are moving higher, but still in that vein of consolidation. Not quite ready to break out, but certainly look pretty good. And everybody keeps asking, why is gold not participating more with what's going on? And I said, because it already happened and we got a little bit too far ahead of ourselves. But if you look at gold, for example, gold traded down to 4,100 3 weeks ago. Okay. And it's back to almost 5,000. So there you go. Okay. Copper is flying once again. Now, again, I would assume it has something to do with AI and the power, but again, that's why we were very conservative around it and don't have no position right now. Grain markets a little bit higher last week, looking pretty good. We're long the grains and look for them to go a lot higher, and of course, we'll see how it plays out. Cattle, we're still not playing with right now. Did come down last week after hitting 252, but we haven't done anything with it yet. Hogs, we bought the June hogs at 102. Nat gas continues to struggle a little bit. Looks like it may be making a bottom here. We're still long, and of course, crude we're short. I wish I would have got out on Friday, I think, because it looks like there's going to be a little bit of a pop tonight, but we'll see how it plays out. But again, the bottom line is it's very slow and it's very tough and challenging to trade. And I think that what you're looking at is what we call a retail rally. This is where JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Citigroup, big funds all sit on the sidelines because as the markets are predisposed to go higher, new money comes in from pension funds, 401k plans, blah, 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 which is why the markets go up on average 8.5% year over year and 10% year over year since 1950. But I think they're allowing this rally to take on because they're going to come in and bury it. Okay. Now, again, I can't tell you when, and I'm not making any prediction, but there's certainly issues out there. And there are certainly warning signs in the market. And when you look at a market that has had no volume for quite a while now, it's telling you that a lot of the big players are sitting it out. we'll see how it plays out. Be careful. Again, we're not going to make any predictions. You'll always know what our positions are. So be careful. We're going to step out here for our final break and come back with our commentary right here on Bubba's Bottom Line on Sunday, April the 19th. All right, kids, just remember our sponsors, Trader Brokerage, Capital Trading Group, The Joy of Mom, our high school program, and of course, our new product, the Daily Trade Finder. And let's go back and go into our market commentary right now. Welcome back. It is Bubba's Bottom Line. It is Sunday, April the 19th. And well, there's so many things that I could comment on, but I think the comment that is important to talk to you about is what's going on with the high cost of energy, the high cost of everything else that's happening, the way that we get taken advantage of, and the continued of us being told how good everything is when everything sucks. Okay. Inflation is running through the roof. Okay. I mentioned your electric bills are going to the roof. And of course, why are we, the taxpayer, responsible for what companies are doing? Okay. Why do we get stuck with the bill? Okay. Why are we not more worried about the private credit and the lack of redemptions? Why do we continue to not be concerned about the chaos that's in this country right now and the things that are going on? And why are we not more concerned about our politicians infighting versus taking care of and doing their jobs? Okay. Those are the concerns that to me are more important than anything. And I'm getting sick and tired. And I'm a Trump fan, but I'm tired of hearing how good things are going when I can see that they're obviously not very good. Okay. And I think that there's a lot of trouble in front of us. There's a lot of warning signs out there. And again, I don't want anybody to panic and say, well, I got to sell everything. I think your biggest task, your biggest job for you investors is to quit looking at your phone every day and looking at your 401k because you're not going to sell it tomorrow. There's going to be a haircut to this market at some point. Don't worry about it. Okay. You're better off. It's their old saying, it's time in the market, not timing the market. So just be careful. Don't get nervous. Don't get worried. Again, don't be like the people in 2008 that sold out and are still looking for a spot to get back in. Okay. Learn how to get hedged. There's a lot of things you can do. Just reach out to me. I'll help you out. In the meantime, this is Bubba's Bottom Line. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you so much as always. And we'll see you back here tomorrow with Bubba's Daily Update. And of course, next week with Bubba's Bottom Line. Adios. See you.